Hey Scott, how's it going, my friend? Thank you so much for your generosity this week. You're quickly becoming like a patron of Ultra Love in your grace and benevolence and generosity. It's very much appreciated. As we discussed, I am doing your sort of 2 week unfolding reading as you prepare for your trip to Bermuda. And I've just been sort of sitting with the cards and going back and forth and shuffling the 2 decks. And a couple cards jumped out and I was almost going to keep them and I decided not to. Often is the case that if the cards really want to come out, they just will. So it's our intention here to find the divine and loving guidance for Scott. Scott Setzela? I'd be curious how you pronounce your last name. I'm not really sure, actually. So divine, loving, and abundant guidance for Scott going to Bermuda and just heading off into some new territory, new beginnings. This is reading for Scott. We're going to find the most divine guidance here for him for the coming week, month, days, what have you. So I'm drawn to the central sort of pillar of the reading, which is the Four of Pentacles in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse is surrounded by the Star in reverse and a Ten of Pentacles. It's making me feel like either a false start and a new beginning, or a preemptive, like thinking there needs to be a new beginning, but you already have all the pentacles, like you already have everything you need, and so there doesn't need to be this new beginning in a pentacle. And again, Ace of Pentacles could be like a job offer or just like a divine offer, but it is material, it is substantial, it's yeah, a material offer, financial offer, coming down from the heavens sort of thing. And I feel like with the Star card there, you representing the Star in this moment, that you're the Star, and it's like you maybe at one time thought there had to be this grand new beginning for you, except you already had all the pentacles, you already had it all. And so actually you didn't need this new beginning, you didn't need this new offer at all. Now, interestingly, the Ten of Pentacles is above, which makes me feel like you're coming out of this Queen of Swords in reverse, which is often like a manipulative energy. Or that's how I interpret, that's how I read the reversals of the nobility and the people, the pages and the knights and stuff. So the Queen, pardon me, the Queen of Swords in reverse Okay, so there's a few angles. One, I feel like it's somebody you might have had to cut out or having to cut out to sustain your pentacle, to sustain your riches. And with the Queen of Swords, yeah, because the Queen of Swords is beside the Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. So one, I'm getting, there might be boozing. There might be kind of heavy boozing involved with this Queen. And because she's beside the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like her energy was stalling. And or this could be a mental program that you have from your matriarchal line. Bear that in mind. This could be an underlying belief system that you carry. I know it wouldn't be you with the drinking. Because even the drinking is above a Tower card. So I'm like, I know that the drinking came to an end for you. Although the drinking could be tied in with the Queen because that's the matriarchal line for you, where your past cycle of drinking, of partying was connected to the matriarch, the false matriarch, right? The limited construct, the mental, emotional, soul, spiritual abuse that one endured. And then that was so sort of carrying that energy. And I'm still feeling like there might have been somebody around you, someone around you, either in your working environment, really mostly working, because the Queen is surrounded by the Pentacles. So this is to do with your physical, material life, very much so. Of course, the matriarch, our mother and father, also has to do with our her physical life. You know, they birth us, we carry their codes. So yeah, you ultimately, you know, holding on to that or being around that, it was sort of stifling your growth in as far as the Pentacles go. It made you feel like you couldn't have this new beginning. In past cycles, it also made you feel like you had to hold your Pentacles tight, maybe feel lack filled, like you never had enough. Because we have a King of Pentacles in reverse as well, and that could be a patriarchal line and or a self-belief, self-perception of you just simply not being enough. Like, I could never be a King of Pentacles, or like, or something to do with the patriarchal line, not being fully present in the material world. And so you know, this being creature is very like holding their pentacles, covering their heart, holding things down, and there's sort of a frightened feeling of this card. However, what's really beautiful about this bottom row, which I often feel as the energies that we're coming out of, it's in reverse. The King of Pentacles is in reverse, the Tower is in reverse, the Four of Pentacles is in reverse, and then the sort of catalyst card is the Lovers, which I always interpret as self-love, the union of self, ultimately. This is a new paradigm community, right? So it's not about seeking validation, respect, love via another human. It's the divine union aspect. It's our ability to come into full union within self. And so very much the self-love card here is offering you a fresh start, offering you a new beginning. Now it isn't in the reverse. I'll sit with that for a bit. And then you have a page of swords. The page of swords is a messenger. Someone bringing you messages. A child possibly, or childlike person in your life. There's a lot of wind. There's a lot of the clouds, the birds, and the wind in this page of sword cards I'm very drawn to. Makes me feel like this page character travels a lot, or lives by the sea, or is surrounded by wind, bringing you messages, vital energy, mental equanimity, mental agility. And that page is really integral to the star and the lovers, the you birthing your star nature, your star power, and you having self-love. So I'm really drawn to the Seven of Pentacles in the middle of the reading. And I feel like, I do really feel this is a little bit your energy, like waiting to see what makes manifest. And there's a little bit of energy of like unsureness, or like doubt, I suppose. And now I think the only card, or there's two here, so the only card I haven't really mentioned in the proper reading is the Empress, which could have to do with this Four of Cups offer, this new beginning, this new offer coming in, because you've healed a lot, you've transformed a lot, you've risen yourself out of the tower, out of these false matriarchal, patriarchal energies, which again to me is to do with the lineage. So it's as much as the impact of how we were treated by the mother, father, but also the genetic coding that we carry via them, right? Like the ancestry beyond just their person, our grandparents, great grandparents, yada yada, right? So the self-love, the transformation of that energy is rising you. These new beginnings are coming in. You're not looking at them yet, though. Although it is in the reverse, so perhaps that's a misinterpretation on my part. Perhaps it is that you're turning around, you're seeing the opportunity. That would make sense with the Empress there. You're rising yourself. And that's very much, so that's what I'm hearing now. It's something to do with you embodying the divine feminine, which I know you understand this stuff. It's about the divine union, right? It's about, as men and women on this planet, to rise ourselves. We want to be balanced in our divine feminine and divine masculine. And because of the state of the world and the trauma that we've been impacted by, it usually is the divine feminine energy within us that heals us and then allows us to embody our divine masculine in the world, as far as how we move and take action and exhibit, express ourselves in the world. That's ultimately the divine masculine, is the expression. Right, okay, and I feel like the Knight of Cups might be you here. Off on your, gallivanting off on your horse. Ready to make an offer. Could be a love offer. Or I often, because I'm, I do like to focus for people on the self rather than too much stuff going, because we are our reality, that's what I talk about. So it's like, I feel like this might just be you in a kind of rebirth cycle where you're getting on your horse and ready to offer yourself a new beginning in love, in life, like a brand new start for yourself. Because horses are often representative of compassion and love, compassion, and they're also, I mean, empathy. Horses are known to be kind of healing type of creatures, but also the way they move, they're very flexible and agile, and so it could be that you're in this phase of like, am I going this way? No, I'll go this way, I'll go this way. It does feel kind of exciting though. I do want to come back to this Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so asking for 6 of the Osha cards in total. I've pulled 3, so there's 3 more for you. I mean, yeah, that has a lot to do with that card, but it's connected to the 4 of Cups, so. There's that outsider card again. This is, I suppose, just the theme for you, in a recurring theme of like the love, the residue, the healing that you're just the healing that you're healing is it's just bringing us back to this a lot. The feeling of being the outsider, the little kid left out in the cold. And okay, so I'm hearing there's a forgiveness piece. To remember that our ancestors were traumatized and bound by the system as well. This card came out, and it came out initially over the 4 of Cups, which could be where we're having a bit of a false start, or having the sense of self-doubt around just moving forward in your freedom bliss. And then ultimately I placed it over the King and Queen, the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords and the Tower card, because this is imprisonment, right? The morality of the system, like this is how we're supposed to be, this is how we're supposed to live. Except, I mean, look at how miserable. Clouds and darkness and base tones, the colors of a green wrinkly face, you know, and the base tone chakra points of just yellow and orange are very much representative of systematic control and domination. And yeah, I'm hearing a bit about the forgiveness piece, that they too were completely bound. And not just the mother-father piece, because I'm suddenly aware of what you mentioned about the family and, you know, being around the family. And I'm facing that a little bit, being back in a city environment where, yeah, you know, people are miserable. And I'm aware, you know, these are people with lots. They work and they have lots of stuff, and they're just chasing the next thing after the next thing, and they're just effing miserable motherfuckers. And then it's funny, as I say those words, this is the card that is above. There's 2 cards that are, I've been holding this the whole time. And there's another card that is helping to clarify the work that you do, and it is regarding past life, and it is regarding clearing the family trauma. But this also might be part of why you're intuiting that you're being guided to move, is that for the work that you're endeavoring, for the next phase of your life, it will be easier and more peaceful and more harmonious for you to do the work out of that field, out of that collective energy field, on a Caribbean island somewhere, you know, where you can pretty much just live in peace and on the beach, and you know, who knows what different opportunities will come along. There are opportunities, but mostly I think in this next step, we're still working out the healing and the empowerment of the Christ or the Creator. And with regards, remember I said that Seven of Pentacles was making me feel a little bit like doubtful, like, oh, I'm not sure. And then it's this playfulness card. So just remember the innocence that you are, you know, remember that it's good to play and go enjoy and go have fun. And that's so much part of the peculiar paradox of all of this manifestation stuff, is that your Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles is essentially like shining down across the whole reading. You know, the Ten of Pentacles is like that abundance card in the Osho deck. It's really like you have it all. You just do. And then it's like there's this sort of maze of energies that you're traversing, and when you get maybe too serious, or when you start to focus in too much on the pentacles and the you know, the morality, like should I am allowed, or the logistics of it, you start to almost sort of like stifle it. I feel you totally know this as well. And so the Osho deck is just saying, just play. Like, do as you desire, do as you will. Look, and then right beside this card with the Lovers and the Page of Swords is celebration. Play, celebrate, be in love. This and in the Osho deck, the Lovers card is even more, I would say, symbolic of the divine union of self, because it's like the one heart. And if you look at these characters, they're much more reflective of self. They're not like in the Rider-Waite deck. The Lovers card is quite clearly a man and a woman, which is more like the, you know, the old paradigm perception of love. Where in the Osho deck, lovers is one being, one heart, you know, one mind, and these people are, well, they're the same. It's going to say there's no man, woman there. It's just the person looking back at the self. And look at the heart is like, make out with yourself. Be in love with the self. Let the heart fall in love with the heart of humanity, which you could say is almost like the heart of that broken child. That child that was left out in the cold, right? And you as the Empress is just you healing and rising the divine feminine, which in essence, so this is the other piece. And for some reason, again, I feel you absolutely know this. You know that you're doing this work. You're healing the karma of your ancestors. So the past lives here, I'm very much feeling this is not really just to do with you. This is to do with your entire family, your community, and many ancestors gone by. So 7, I usually encapsulate 7 to 14, 7 to 14 generations. So there's a great healing happening here, and I feel as you truly embody the knowing of that sense of playfulness and celebration is going to essentially uproot any worry or concern you could possibly have around, do I have everything I need? Is this going to work out? Any doubt, it's going to rise you out of the doubt, and things will just sort of fall into place, because you're a star, you're an emperor. That sprightly page of swords, I feel, is a very significant kind of vital energy for you. Again, a child, just a messenger, someone who delivers messages for you. I'm just hearing success. Success is on the cards here. There's just no doubt about that. Go play, you're doing good work. Any residue, any doubt is just past stuff connected to being left out in the cold. And amazing, right? So these two cards around the like the past and the morality, and they're both imprisonment cards, right? And we know with regards to the greater, you know, landscape of all this stuff, it's that emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but yourself can free your mind. And so this is our own mind, that we imprison ourselves in our own mind, you know, via the burden. Of course, we know we do the emotional work, which cleanses the field, cleanses the cellular field of the trauma-based memory. But you're the one ultimately responsible for the mental discipline that you're endeavoring via your transformation into your self-sovereign creatorship journey, which is freedom. I like this night. I really do. I think this guy is you getting ready to go on your journey and bring yourself a brand new beginning. In all of it, love, money, joy. That star card's there, so like a joy, a dream come true, basically. When you wish upon a star. Yeah, because the Empress is there, which I really feel is your divine aspect shining through. You're embodying your star power and getting ready to make a move. I'm hearing there's nothing blocking you. There's nothing blocking you. It would only be you choosing to remain here rather than step into the light and be here. Because 10 is the end and the beginning, right? 10, you're coming to the end and then a new beginning with 1. And you're the one. So you're the one bringing yourself the new beginning by remembering you as the creator, solar king, and letting yourself play with life again. And there is people. So again, the Lovers is an integrated aspect, the union, the divine union of your polarity of divine feminine and masculine. And then as you move forward, the Messenger card is actually also going to assist you in the celebration of life in the next phase. Fun, parties, festivals, I don't know. Whatever is fun for you. The Page of Swords with the Lovers and the Star Power card, it's all lining up to help you celebrate, remind you to play and all that stuff. Scott, there's your reading. I think I'll send this to you today. I know you said Monday, but you know, I think it's okay. I'm heading back to Devon shortly to move. My mind has just like, I have spent chunks of my day, basically. My mind is going through the flat and like just figuring out how, you know, exactly what to do. I have 3 more Airbnb guests, but I intend to be out of there and put my the belongings I'm choosing to keep, put those in my mom's storage. I'll have one car journey full of stuff to bring back with me in my new home, which I'm in love with. It is so beautiful. Actually, I'll show you some of it. The garden. This is the kitchen. And like, she's really clean, which suits me well because I can't handle mess. And I have this gorgeous garden. You can see the River Avon there. So I'm sort of like, I've got like a nature reserve garden space out just outside the city. It's like 10-15 minute drive into Bristol proper. which it's all been a bit overwhelming, but it's cool. It's amazing. Hey, I just got an idea. So feel free, because it's been a little while since I've had a voice message from you, and a kind of proper catch up. I know you've been very respectful of the boundaries, which I very, very, very much appreciate. You have no idea. Well, I think you do. You have the reciprocal sense of love and appreciation. But I'm now also like, what's going on? And I've appreciated the updates around the density and the family stuff that's been triggered. But just like I do here, if you ever want to do a little private video unlisted, like an unlisted private video on your YouTube, and then just let me know what's going on and how you're getting ready and how the readings are resonating and what you're feeling intuitively and all that kind of stuff. Please feel free, send me a 10-20 minute little update. And I would be absolutely thrilled to know how things are going with you, Scott. I sense you're shifting quickly, and I do look forward to, continuing the work that we're doing. I'm thrilled. I'm so lucky that you've appeared. Really, 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 in just every sense of the word. So thank you. That was your reading and a little update from my new base in Bristol with my little river bed that I look at, and really blessed. And I guess it's just proof of the work, really. It's all flowing, and it's all flowing in alignment beyond my wildest dreams, really. But they're my dreams. I'm like, I know this. I know what this is. Like, this is just alignment and flow and good graces. So yeah, have a gorgeous day, my friend. I look forward to getting a little update from you. And if you don't, that's fine. If you just want to send an email, that's fine too. Just stay on flow, do what works for you. But I'd be really happy to receive a 10-20 minute little video update from you and what's happening. Lots of love, Scott. Peace out.